mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Wilson. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So 2 incompletions have led them to an early 3rd and 10. Now it's Wilson. And a throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
It is one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Now Murray off play action. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
It's so easy to focus on the speed and elusiveness of Kyler Murray, but as he shows right there, don't sleep on the arm strength.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Flush to his right, and he'll just get rid of it.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now Wilson. And he rifles one incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson.
He'll find his man. That's Freddie Swain.
30, the 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
And that should serve as a big warning to this defense. They know now that they have to stick close to these receivers because they have the ability to break games wide open after the catch, and that one wound up in the end zone.
The extra point up and good.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Fields this way up at the 17.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
From the 36, Murray going deep here for Watkins. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown!
Chris Watkins
with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter.
And the Eagles on just 2 plays have taken the lead.
Extra point hung the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view.
This is intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
So that time the pressure got home just as he was releasing the football and caused the pick.
And what it did was it disrupted that fragile balance of the mechanics of throwing the football. You know, from the footwork to being able to actually throw it downfield. If one piece of that puzzle gets disrupted, it affects the entire chance of success.
Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
They'll run with Sanders, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Jalen Reagor from 3 yards out. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
D'Wayne Eskridge elects to bring it out. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And last time, one-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. He'll find Eskridge here complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space.
On 1st down, Wilson. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Wilson. He'll spot Eskridge open left side. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Wilson will throw again. And this will go to Carson out wide. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. James has got it. Complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll make it 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 9-yard line.
Throwing again here, Wilson. Dancing to his left. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. D'Wayne Eskridge there to make the grab. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again. And he just did get those feet in there on the side of the end zone. Well done.
Probably the exact size foot necessary, because I think if he had another half size, that catch doesn't count. And he's able to get it in, and it counts for a touchdown.
Extra point safely through, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a short kick taken at about the 16. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. So a turnover there on the kickoff. And don't look now, but that just made things a little more interesting.
Very interesting, because when you're trailing in a game, These are mistakes that you pray for. You just went down and scored. Now you get the football right back with another great opportunity.
Now Wilson on first down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And that's going to be caught, Dwayne Eskridge. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
Wilson eluding the pressure right to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. To throw is Wilson. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. He's got daylight. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott now to add the extra point. Well, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Back to the air, Wilson after the pick-6. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
2nd and 10. Now Wilson. And that's complete to Swain. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948. Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Well, the most famous one in my lifetime, I think, is got to be 01, right? Raiders, Patriots, to send the Patriots to the Super Bowl.
The Tuck roll, didn't you? Yeah, I think that's one people remember. But I also know this. In Miami, the infamous one, the snowplow game in New England, when they went out there and the Patriots had a guy come out and clear a spot on the field for their field goal kicker to kick the game winner.
Is that 82?
That was 82. And the Dolphins fans will never forget it.
Well, we're not seeing one of those famous games here, but it's fun to be in the snow nonetheless. Here's Wilson to throw. Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. Dumps this one off to Chris Carson. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Buda Baker with a pick. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
2nd down, back to Sanders. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. To throw is Murray. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Boy, that one was well-read defensively, and this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone, and this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be, and now it's 4th down. Now to try the Eagle field goal, Jake Elliott from the right hash. This from 48. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt him later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
But you normally talk about the mobility and the accuracy first, but the arm strength, that's what can turn Russ into danger Russ.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh no! And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
From the 31, Murray. Being chased out left. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well.
A good push there from that offensive line as Sanders able to take that forward for a gain of about 6 on first down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Here's Murray from midfield.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. And with the snow here, maybe asking too much of the kicker to try a field goal. So instead, offense on the field, they'll go for it on 4th down. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
And this might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snow, ball's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drives, exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. 2nd and 21, a lot of ground to cover. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson looking left side, and he's got a man. That's James. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Bush. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Bush. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Throwing is Wilson. Steps away to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the shotgun, Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked picked off by Avonte Maddox.
And the Eagles are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around, or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
Escaping the pressure right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40.
Well, Charles, you were so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And with decent starting field position, they're maybe only a couple completions away from field goal range.
It got his man, complete. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
The Seahawks first down.
So now following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10. From the gun, it's Wilson.
That completes it again to Metcalf.
That catch good for only a couple. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson.
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown.
DK Metcalf in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Seahawks have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
And that is off the left upright. It's no good.
4 seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just 1 snap of the football.
He'll fire deep for Rager. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
And a 5-yard gain gets them to the 42.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times, tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. Play action. Now it's Murray. Out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown. Philadelphia. Quez Watkins saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is up to 8. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Here's James. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
At their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. J.J. Watt picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is fielded at the 27. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. On 2nd down now. It's Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
63 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Flush to his right. It's caught by Sanders. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Throwing now is Murray.
That'll be caught. It's Rager.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner Murray. Forced out to his left. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Here's Murray. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Again, they'll throw with Murray. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked.
And the Seahawks are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Well, baseball folks, Charles, they like to talk about the 3 true outcomes, a strikeout, a walk, or a home run. But for this quarterback, it's been the 2 true outcomes here. He's got 4 touchdown passes, but now a 3rd interception.
And it pains you to think that you have to try and tell him to rein it in. But at the same time, you can't just chuck it up there and hope for the best. And old school football coaches will tell you there's 3 true outcomes throwing the ball, and 2 of them are bad.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And his throw is incomplete.
Freddie Swain was the intended receiver.
That'll bring up 2nd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson over the middle, complete. That's Bush. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Wilson.
Open man is Eskridge. That's complete.
The 40. 20. 10. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
And I think this is what the early proponents of the forward pass were thinking about. Get it to a receiver and have him do some work afterwards in order to create the big play we just saw there.
So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks. Wilson going to throw for it. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Avonte Maddox. big seam, and he might go all the way. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. They'll run on first down. It's Sanders. Escapes the defender. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 90 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll run with Sanders. And he's got some space here. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, 39 yards. And the Eagles are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes this a 9-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Now James returning. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Here's Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wildcard matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. To throw again is Wilson. He'll spot Eskridge open left side.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, You see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On second down, it's James. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The offense on third down tonight, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They're looking at third and a few inches. Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. The Seahawks on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Now it's Wilson. That one to Swain, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Here's Wilson. Dancing to his left. Throw left side complete. That's James. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big connection on that one. 30 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. And now some disagreement down on that sideline. The red flag is out, and we're going to get a challenge. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over.
Yeah, remember now, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear video evidence to the contrary. And I give these officials a lot of credit. Such a tough and demanding job. You and I both know that. Yeah, they make the right call way more often than they get it wrong.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Again, Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Bush. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, here's Wilson on the move to his left. And now here's another interception. Picked off inside the 5. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Murray going to throw. Smith catches left side. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 7.
They'll go again with Sanders. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Open man, it's Rager. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And some space here. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it, so a sack on the 2-point try. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Wilson. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 44-yard line.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the 44, Wilson. And this will go to Carson out wide. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
Do you know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Wilson will throw again. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is caught. Touchdown. DK Metcalf saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Well, he's got some breathing room. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And this time he'll be stopped short of the goal line. He might have been out of gas after the long run. In any event, the try for 2 fails. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent. You get 5, that's a whale of a game. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. Out of the gun, here's Murray. This ball complete to Rager. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They'll try to run with Sanders. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Murray now, 3rd and goal. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders there to make the grab. And the Eagles continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And at this point, maybe you say, you know, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division, but did earn a wild card berth. It does appear, however, that their season is just a few minutes away from ending in one-and-done fashion. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Metcalf once again the target, but it'll be 2nd down. Here's Wilson to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 18. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Buying time to his left. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Murray's going to look to throw this thing. Eluding the pressure right. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. And they try to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. He'll fire deep for Rager. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.